Hey everyone, welcome back to DataZard, your go-to destination for all things data analytics. I am Radhika and today we are diving into another exciting challenge. If you're passionate about data visualization and Power BI, you are in the right place. Please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon if you haven't already, as I don't want you to miss out on my upcoming videos. In this video, we are tackling the Workout Wednesday Power BI challenge, specifically focusing on building captivating violin charts. Without further ado, let's jump right into solving this week's challenge. It's week 10. We need to create this visual. To give some background on what violin charts are, so it's a combination of box plot, which you see inside, and the kernel density, which you see these outside smooth curve. Boxplot, it helps in providing summary of the data by giving details about median, interquartile range, information about the presence of outliers, and kernel density plot, which blankets this box plot, shows the distribution of data. Overall, a violin chart is used for comparing probability distributions. This time we are given data around temperatures in Denver, Colorado for year 2020, and we need to visualize that data using violin charts to understand the spread of temperature across the entire month. Power BI file with the required model is already provided in the challenge, so I'm going to use that. And the first thing that we need to do there is get the violin chart. This is not a visual that comes by default, so we need to download it, and there is a certified version by Power BI, so we are going to use that. So let's click on these three dots and go to get more visuals. In here, let's search for violin chart, and this one, the first one that comes in the list, which is Power BI certified, let's add it. Once it is added, it will show a message. The visual was successfully imported into this report. Let's click on OK, and here we can see it. Let's click on this violin plot. And now the data that we need to visualize is the average temperatures. There are two types of temperatures given here, one in Fahrenheit, another one in Celsius. I'm going to use the one in Fahrenheit because that's how it is done in the challenge itself. So I just want to replicate it. So putting the average temperature Fahrenheit in measure data. For categories, we need to view this by month. So I will put month in category. And it's already given in the challenge that we need to use a box strip plot to visualize the individual temperature values. So there is already a date table given. So I'm going to use the date from here because these are all individual dates to visualize this. This is how the plot looks like initially. This is box plot inside. We need to format this a bit so that it looks exactly like how it is provided in the challenge. So for that, I will click on this format window. Let's start with the title, the easy one. And the title should be 2020 Daily Average Temperatures in Denver, Colorado. And I will change the fonts as well just so that it's all consistent. And I'll increase the size to 16. Now, under violin options, for sampling resolution, it's already mentioned in the challenge that we need to use high sampling resolution. So that's what we are going to select here. And for kernel, we need to use Epinechnikov. So that's what we are going to keep in here. For data colors, let's choose this gray color here with a transparency of 50%. And for combo plot, it's already given in the challenge that we need to use barcode strip plot. So that's what I am selecting here. Increasing a stroke width to 3. Let's keep the bar color as black. I will turn on show first and third quadrants because we need to show them, and those are the lines with blue color in the visual. So for this one, I already have a hex code for this blue color. And again, increasing the stroke width to 3 and putting it as a solid line. And for my third quartile line also, I will select the same color and increase the stroke width and again put it to solid. So this is our first quartile, this is our third quartile, and we need to choose median as well. So for median, stroke width is 3 and the color is pink. So these are the median lines. So this is from 25 percentile to 75 percentile. This is our interquartile range. Now for y-axis values, we want the text size to be 12 and 0 decimal places. For x-axis, 12 points. And let's just have update the font color to black, just so it's clearly visible. Update this to black too. Now for default tooltips, it's already mentioned in the challenge that we need tooltips as whole number values with 0 decimal places. So that's why I will change this to 0. And for legends, I will just change the font color to a dark black, and rest I will keep it as is. So now when we look at our tooltip, category is September, number of samples 30 samples, maximum is 82, minimum is 37 degrees, median is 70 degrees, mean is 66, standard deviation is 12, average temperature in Fahrenheit, which is highlighted, like the temperature that we are looking at, is 68, and number of samples with 68 Fahrenheit temperature is just 1. So this is all the information that is provided using the violin chart. Now the last part of our challenge is about identifying the months with the highest and lowest standard deviations. It's easy to look at the violin plot and identify it. So the violin plot, which is smallest in height, is this one, which is in July, and the one which is longest is October. So the one which has the smallest height is the one which has smallest standard deviation, and the one with a longer size is the one which has highest standard deviation. To check this further, if we look at this plot, standard deviation here is 4. If we look at the one in August, standard deviation is 5. Similarly, for this one, standard deviation is 12. For the longest one, that is in October, we see that the standard deviation is 15. If we look into this one, standard deviation is 12. So we can clearly say that the one in July is having the lowest standard deviation, and the one in October is the one which has the highest standard deviation. That's it for this challenge. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next one.